Hey Reddit, I'm in a tough spot and could really use some outside perspective on this situation. So, my cousin Emma and I have never been particularly close, but we've always been civil. When she got engaged in December 2022, I sent her a thoughtful present, which she thanked me for repeatedly. Fast forward to February, and Emma invited me to her wedding in April 2024. Living abroad and starting a new job, I made it clear that I needed advance notice to attend, and thankfully, I managed to make it. Emma asked me to be part of her wedding entry, and despite our not being very close, I agreed, hoping it would help us build a better relationship. However, just a week before the wedding, I found out she'd been talking negatively about me and my career as a project manager. It stung, but I didn't want to cause drama before her big day, so I kept quiet. During the wedding weekend, I helped Emma get dressed for her Hindu ceremony, and her mom told me to leave the jewelry as she would handle it later. So I only packed away the bangles. The entry went smoothly and I attended the reception without any complaints. However, after the wedding, I chose not to leave a gift, intending to address the hurtful comments privately after the festivities. Days later, Emma asked me about the missing jewelry, and I told her I hadn't touched it beyond what her mom instructed. Later that day, I saw Emma posting on Facebook about missing jewelry and implying that someone in the family might have taken it. I felt uneasy, especially since her mom and I were the only family members helping her get dressed. Then things escalated when her sister made comments on the post saying, "We didn't like her anyway." Her mom reached out to me asking about the bangles, which made me feel like they were singling me out. Even my grandmother called, further cementing that they may have discussed me as a suspect. Finally, another cousin messaged me saying the jewelry was found boxed up in a car, but Emma refuses to retract her accusations online because she's embarrassed. Feeling betrayed, I chose to cut Emma and her mom out of my life. I deleted them from my socials and blocked their numbers. Now, my grandma is upset, saying I was unfair for not explaining myself. So, Reddit, am I the jerk for cutting them off without explanation? Should I have handled the situation differently? Thanks for your insights. Update. I read through the majority of messages received, and I agree, I should have confronted it. Last night I called Grandma and Emma on three-way, asking about the jewelry that was conveniently found in a car. Emma said, "That wasn't for me to find out, as she only told her mother and grandma, obviously a lie because Jessica heard and passed it to me. She also lives abroad and isn't close to Emma." Grandma then said, "Well, it's material and it's found. We don't have a long time here, let's all get along." I responded, "No thank you, I needed a public apology because I blindly believed Emma and I had a good relationship. I even heard she made comments about my job, which I wanted to address after the wedding." Emma confirmed the comments about talking shit, my job, and her sister's comment, but is sticking to her guns about the jewelry. I mentioned to her I was posting on Facebook about the jewelry and will attach screenshots to it, and that I wanted nothing further to do with Emma since she was not remorseful and is proud of disliking me for whatever reason. Lesson learned. Thanks, everyone. Update 2. After consulting with an attorney friend and compiling all relevant evidence, including screenshots and messages, we took the step of sending a legal letter to my cousin. Additionally, I made a post on Facebook, tagging family members, family friends who attended the event, the priest who officiated, and even her neighbors. Yup, my petty ass went the extra mile to bring awareness of the situation. Important announcement regarding Emma's wedding. Hello everyone in the Brown family, I hope this message finds you well. I feel compelled to address a matter that has been weighing on my mind since Emma's wedding last April. Firstly, I want to express my gratitude to Emma for inviting me to be a part of her special day. It was an honor to participate, and I was genuinely touched by the opportunity. However, recent events have left me deeply disheartened. It has come to my attention that there have been discussions, both prior to and following the wedding, where unkind remarks were made about me and my profession. While this was hurtful, I chose to handle the situation delicately and intended to discuss it with Emma after the wedding to gain clarity. Despite the hurtful comments, I remained committed to supporting Emma on her wedding day. I assisted her with changing outfits and took care of her belongings as requested. Regrettably, shortly after the wedding, I was unfairly implicated in the disappearance of some jewelry. Subsequent discussions with Emma revealed that there were private conversations insinuating my involvement, which left me feeling unfairly targeted. It was only through the disclosure from a third party that the truth about the jewelry's whereabouts emerged. I confronted Emma about these revelations, hoping for resolution and understanding. However, her response was dismissive, and she refused to acknowledge the hurtful nature of her actions. Instead, she chose to maintain hurtful social media posts, causing further distress. In light of these events, I have made the decision to distance myself from Emma and her immediate family. My conscience is clear, and I refuse to tolerate such unjust treatment. Furthermore, I want to assure you all that I am taking the necessary steps to clear my name. I am in contact with legal counsel to draft a letter and seek exoneration from these false accusations. I share this message not out of spite or animosity, but to set the record straight and reclaim my integrity. P.S. The missing jewelry was found by her mother in the car. For those interested in the details, I've compiled all relevant screenshots and supporting information in a Google Drive. Feel free to click the link to access it. The end. Thank you everyone who supported, gave advice, and comforted me. Looking forward to going on my vacation tomorrow while Emma spends the next few days dealing with this. Edit. As of 8 a.m. Est, Emma has still not rescinded those Facebook posts. Story 2. Ata for telling my BF that his daughter is not allowed in my apartment because she doesn't stop smuggling peanuts in. I can't have any contact with peanuts, and I am terrified of them due to some bad experience Emma's ending up in the hospital. I have my shots now on me all the time. It is not exactly airborne, but I could have irritation, and if it, for example, touched something that had been in contact with peanuts, I could have swollen eyes and itchy nose and throat. Ingesting is fatal. She is 14 and has no respect whatsoever for my anxiety. My BF and I moved in, and she lives with us every other week. Now, I told my BF that I don't want her here because she is not respecting my boundaries, but that I understand that he doesn't want to live with me. In that case, we could revert back to him being with me when he doesn't have his daughter. He got very upset because he said that he loved me and wanted a real relationship and to live in one home. So I told him that maybe he should be with someone who isn't allergic then. He thinks I am being very unfair. He said, well, she will probably hate the next one too, and the next, because she wants her mom and me to be together again, so it wasn't me specifically that she dislikes. I said that maybe he needs to take a break from dating then, until she is on board. But he said that he couldn't be single just because his daughter wants him to. Before me, he was single for 6 years, and that wasn't good enough. Before we decided to move in together, we have done some trial living together, and never once did his daughter do anything about the nuts. But now for 4 months, she has always peanuts with her. I don't know why she is doing this. I thought we were cool. She just smirks and says, maybe if you are so allergic, maybe you're not meant to survive, a stand-up comedy bit from Louis C.K. Update. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for really caring about a stranger with a dilemma. I was glad that I wasn't wrong in my guts. I told my BF that I wanted to break up. He was very sad and tried to reason with me. He suggested that we could live separately. His daughter will soon be an adult. I told him that being 18 doesn't guarantee that she leaves the nest, nor that he stops being a father either. Anytime she could come across hardships and wants to move home, and she needs to find that home, she couldn't have it with me. And about living separately while it is fine now and some few years ahead. What about the future? He was silent and listening to me. I felt overwhelmed because I love him. He said that the only way his daughter will be happy is when he is alone. She is in therapy, but she has not shown any regards for her father or his life. She seems to not see him as an individual with feelings. He is just a father. I didn't know what to tell him and just said that she probably needed time to grow up. Until he moves out, his daughter is not allowed to be in my apartment. She called and threw a tantrum about her father choosing me instead, that she has the right to live with her father every other week, and this shouldn't change. I didn't say anything. They need to fix this as a family. I am not a part of this family anymore. He rented his apartment for a year's contract, so I don't know how he will manage to find a new or terminate the lease so he could move back to his old apartment. Anyway, he is staying here for a couple of months. I am very sad that this beautiful relationship has come to an end, but I need to think about myself now. Mini update. He has decided to move away for a while. He has spoken to his current tenants about getting back his apartment. They have 8 months left on the lease, but they're willing to move out in 6 if he paid them 2 months' rent, or they would pay for 4 instead of 6. He has agreed. But here's the thing. He is moving away in a month or so. He has been talking to his ex about her getting full custody, indefinitely. I didn't want to interfere, but he said that he needed to teach his daughter a lesson, because he is tired. I don't know what his plan is, but he seems to want to try this for some months, but tell his daughter it is indefinitely. She has been calling him all day, but he isn't answering her. He is not going to live here for 6 months. He is planning on taking work assignments in other cities, something he never did before. He is leaving in the end of this month or the first week of June.